Hey everybody, we're going to do a crank seal on this 2012 Kia Soul. It's not super hard. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of where I'm at. I've already got the seal out and I just want you to know what I've done so far. Okay, so this is the 1.6 liter. In order to get to the seal, this particular Kia didn't have the guard that goes down here on the base, but if it did, there is 2 bolts here, and then in the front, right underneath the radiator, there are 2 more bolts. They're 10 millimeters, and you take those out, and then the cover comes off. And then what you do is you loosen this bolt and this bolt. Those are 12 millimeter bolts, and then underneath this pulley is a 14 millimeter, and you just loosen it. That way the alternator will slide into the motor, and then you can take the accessory belt off. And then this bracket that's right there is your motor mount bracket, and you've got a bolt here, 2 nuts, and another nut. All of those come off with a 17 millimeter socket, and then you just pull this up and out of the way. And the reason why you take that off is so that you can lower the motor down. That way you can access where the crank is and the harmonic balancer. When you get the harmonic balancer off, or when you gotta take that off because you have the accessory belt off, it's this bolt fits in here. This comes off with a 7/8 socket, and your harmonic balancer looks like this. And if you can see, there's a little tiny pin here. It works as a keyway, and so when you go to take it off or put it on, that little slot in your harmonic balancer lines up to that pin, and so you can't put it on the wrong way. It can only go on one way. With that said, once you get the harmonic balancer off, right in this area is a seal, and there's the problem with this car is that seal's leaking, and it was running down this, getting all over this. It was slinging onto your steering components, but because of the revolutions of the crank, it was getting all over the accessory belt, and that actually caused the accessory belt to come apart. And so in order to prevent the new belt from doing the same thing, we're changing the seal. In order to get the seal out, you can take a little tiny pick and get behind it and pull it out, or you could drill a hole in the side of the seal and then put like a self-tapping screw and then pull on the self-tapping screw to pull it out. Or you could go buy a fancy tool that pulls them out, but I don't use the fancy tool on some of these because it's hard to get the tool in there. With that said, this is what the seal looks like. This is the old one. This is the way it was in. So this is the front of the seal, but as you can see, it's damaged because of wear from it. See the metal piece? You're not supposed to be able to see the metal piece. So this one didn't seal, and it was causing a leak. This is the new one. See how you can't see the piece of metal? This is the back side. See the piece of metal? So if you have it this way, this is the right way, and this is the way that you push it on. And to push it on, you set it over this, you lubricate the inside and the outside. You set it in here like this, and you can just push it in and then tap it in with a bigger socket and a hammer to get it to seat all the way. So I'm gonna do that now because I've already got the old seal out. And once I'm done doing that, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's started. It looks dirty because I put just some oil. You want to put the oil on both the inside of the seal and the outside of the seal. At this point, it's just pushed on with my finger, but it won't go all the way with just my finger. So I get a socket and I stick it here. It's got to be big enough to fit around the actual crank, and then you just tap the socket till this seats all the way in. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's all the way in. There's a little bit of a lip here. The seal goes all the way. I used a deep socket that was a 27mm because it fits around the shaft really well. And then you just lightly tap it with a hammer and it'll go in. And if you've lubricated the seal before you actually tried to put it on at all, you don't have to worry about the seal tearing during startup or installation or anything like that. And then you won't have to come back and do this again for a really long time. So at this point, you just put the crank back on, and that goes on pretty easily. By the way, if you look at this harmonic, sorry, I meant not the crank, the harmonic balancer goes back on the crank. And if you look at this harmonic balancer, there is a deeper side and then a more flat side. The flatter side is out towards you, and the deeper side goes in towards the motor. And it doesn't have to, you don't have to use any tools to put it on. You just push it on. And once you got it pushed on, you put the bolt on. Alright, so this is the crank harmonic balancer. I've reinstalled it and got it back in place. Got the bolt on, torqued it down to spec. At this point, before you put the accessory belt back on, you can start the car and make sure that the harmonic balancer is turning true and that your seal that you just replaced isn't leaking. And then if it's all good and everything looks great, you can put the belt back on. I'm looking for a leak to see if it starts to run down the timing cover, but so far it's looking pretty good and it's turning good. So I think I'm ready to put the belt back on. So before you put the mount bracket on, like, because it goes right here like this, before you put that on, just to make it easier, you could install the belt for the accessories. It's pretty easy. Goes around the crank on the bottom, the harmonic balancer, and then to the right on the base you see the air conditioning compressor. Right here where my finger is the pulley that is for your water pump. And then this is just an idler pulley on this side right here. And then you've got your alternator. So it goes around the crank, around the water pump, or sorry, around the crank, around the air conditioning pulley, around the water pump, around the alternator, and back down. It doesn't actually go around the top side of this idler pulley, it goes on the bottom side. So I'll install it and then let you see what it looks like. Okay, hopefully you can see it, but I'll just kind of try to move the camera down here so you can see it. how it's rotated. It's not tightened up yet, it's just rotated. After you get the belt on, then you tighten up this bolt, and the one below the alternator. So these are two 12s, and the one below the alternator pulley is a 14. Once your accessory belt is on and the bolts for the alternator are tight, I don't know if you can see, but before I even took it loose, I paint marked it so that I knew where to go to tighten it back up. Just a tip. But once that's all installed, then you can put this bracket back on for the motor mount. And if you need to, you can raise your motor with your floor jack and get it into the right spot to make it easier for it to go on. And then I just put all the bolts and the nuts in. Like I start them all, but I don't tighten any one down until I know they're all started, so that I don't cross thread any of them. And I just want to point out to you that so these two are different. See how this one is on, right? And it's working good. But this one just, it doesn't actually tighten up, because this one is the one that goes on this nut or bolt. This nut goes on this bolt. And then these two that go here are the same. That way you're not confused. Once that bracket's on and those bolts are tight and torqued down, or just tight, I actually don't know what the torque spec is for those. I just made them tight. At that point, you're pretty much done with the job. You just got to put the tire back on, and then you're finished. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more things to repair and awesome stuff coming. And if you haven't already noticed, next to me is this 92 Toyota pickup truck. And I've been kind of working on it for a guy, and we're about to rebuild the motor. So if you want to watch any of that, stay tuned. Thanks again, and have a great day.